body bags where horror lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, welcome to week 8 of Body Bags. Happy Wednesday everybody, this is your fright chick speaking, and of course it is Stephen King week this week. I was really excited for this week because I'm a bit of a dickhead and I thought that the new Carrie remake was coming out last week, but only you lucky people in Canada and America get to see it because it doesn't come out in the UK until November. Ugh. Okay, so anyway, I decided to choose Rose Red instead. Now, Rose Red was a TV miniseries that was aired in 2002. I'm pretty sure there wasn't a novel attached to this one. It's just a Stephen King screenplay. And a bloody good one at that. He tried to write it with Steven Spielberg, but Steven Spielberg kind of couldn't make it work, and neither could he, so they shelved it for a really long time, which is why it would have come out in the 90s otherwise. Yeah, it's kind of a complex story, but not really. It's just a very, very long miniseries. The DVD goes on for 4 hours plus. It centres basically around a past and a present. It centres around 1900 Seattle and obviously 2002 Seattle. And it centres around a mansion called Rose Red that was built by John Rimbauer. Now, John and Ellen Rimbauer, we see them at the beginning. They've just got married and they're going on their honeymoon and they're building the mansion. Now, the mansion has problems from day one. People start dying on the site, as well as all the other deaths that happen when the place is built. Now, while they're on their honeymoon, Ellen contracts an unknown disease, and a woman called Sukina, a native, helps her through this and nurses her back to health. They then bring Sukina back with them when they come back, when Rose Red is finished, and she then becomes like their mate. She becomes, you know, their sort of friend, her sister sort of thing. So yeah, we kind of have John, Ellen and Sukina, and then we have the two children, Adam and April, that are born between sort of the next sort of 6 years or so. We have them in the past, and we kind of jump back to them every now and again from the present. In the present, we have Dr. Joyce Reardon, played by Nancy Travis, who is obsessed with Rose Red. It's been shut down for a very long time. There are no tours anymore because of all the people that have gone missing, all the people that have died, all the freaky circumstances. She believes the place is a dead cell, but she also believes it is a very, very big hotbed for paranormal activity. Now, I think she's the head of sort of the paranormal sort of department in her university, and she has a superior called Carl Miller who completely dismisses anything to do with ghosts and psychic entities, anything like that. He hates all that stuff. She funds a field trip to Rose Red with the help of the great-grandson, Stephen Rimbauer. Now, he hates the place. He doesn't like the fact that he's even related to the Rimbauers, and he wants to sell the place. He's going to knock it down and build some condominiums. But he decides to let her use it for a weekend to see if she can get any evidence that she needs to basically stick it to Carl Miller and to sort of prove that, you know, her field of investigation is real and that there's really a substantial thing there. So we kind of jump from the field trip back to the past and see how Rose Red came about in its evilness. You know, we see all the kind of the mysteries of Rose Red get, you know, unveiled and unraveled, blah, blah, blah. Can't think of a proper word there. So now we have the field trip going on, and we have a certain amount of people that are in the field trip, and that most of them, not all of them, have some sort of psychic or latent psychic ability. Now I did write them down. I do know their names, but I didn't really want to be stalling a lot. So we have Dr. Joyce Reardon heading it up. She's not psychic in any way, shape or form. Stephen Rimbauer is not psychic, but he does have a link to Rose Red. So when he gets near it and when he goes inside it, he kind of has these little mini psychic moments. We have Annie and Rachel Wheaton. Now, Annie Wheaton is literally the most psychic of all. She has telekinesis and she's really powerful. She's an autistic teenager, and her sister Rachel, that everyone just calls sister, takes care of her. She's the only person that understands her. She's the only person that's going to stick up for her, and she kind of just looks after her. She takes her on this field trip against the wishes of her parents to maybe help Annie deal with who she is and help her open up a little bit more. And also for the money that Joyce is going to give her, so she can send her to a school where people aren't going to treat her the way they've been treating her. She's a huge key in this whole movie or miniseries because she's the one who helps to wake up the ghosts and the house. We also have Kathy Kramer, who is a automatic writer, so it's like Ouija board type stuff, but she does it with pen and paper. We also have Emery Waterman, who can see the past. We have Victor Kandinsky, who can see the future. With Nick Hardaway, who we don't really get a specific bead on his psychic ability. He kind of can do a bit of everything. He knows stuff, and he can see stuff, and he's just kind of all-round psychic. And he is played by Julian Sands, and I love Julian Sands ever since Warlock. Yeah, we have Pam Asbury, who is in the movie referred to as a touch nose. So when she feels things, she can see who's owned them, like what's happened to the person who last touched them, things like that. And she gets to use her ability a few times. Have I left anybody out? I don't think I've left anybody out. I've got everybody in, yay. So yeah, those are our psychics and non-psychics for the field trip. And the rest of the miniseries is basically about them going into Rose Red for the weekend and kind of pottering around and poking around, and they're kind of trying to wake it up and get some spooky stuff to happen. Now, for those of you that think this isn't going to be scary, it has got quite a few scares in it, I must admit. There's a fair few jumping moments, the say cheese moments. I still freak out and go like this. You know, I don't like it. You know, the ghosts in this are very good. I like the look. I like the special effects that they used for the look of the ghosts. Can't really say much else about the special effects because obviously a lot of it is basically just the ghosts and like blowing winds and things like that. And even though that doesn't sound too great the way I've said it, it's actually a very, very good way of kind of building the suspense, because it's not just about all the gore and the blood and etc. You know, it's about building up the scares and you know, that kind of walking around in the darkness type feeling, which you get a lot in this. There is a very good moment though with a statue where the statue pulls its own face off. I thought that was wonderful. I thought that was really, really good. I'm not going to tell you who dies. I'm not going to tell you who survives. I'm not going to tell you who, like, how they get killed, because there's some really good ones in this movie. But yeah, so we have our field trip happening. We also have reappearances of the kind of past characters, how they disappeared, how they died. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. There's not really much else to say about it. You kind of have to watch it. Can't really tell you too much more about it, really, without giving away a lot of plot twists that are in this. Very, very good. Of course, Stephen King makes a cameo. He makes a cameo as a pizza delivery guy. Really, really awesome moment when he just shows up at the door. I was wondering when he was going to pop up when I first saw this. I thought, how the hell can he pop up? There's only a certain amount of characters in the movie. But he found a way, people. He did. He found a way. Yeah. Can't really say much else about it now. I'm going to end this review here. But I will say this was followed up by a prequel miniseries a year later in 2003 called The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer. I've not seen it. I can't really vouch for it. I mean, you pretty much get everything from Rose Red. Can't really see what else, how they could have expanded on it, because you get told the beginning, middle and end of Ellen Rimbauer's story in Rose Red. You get it all, okay? This has everything in it. So why they would want to expand on something that's already kind of been finished in this, I don't understand. I must admit that the ghost of Ellen Rimbauer is awesome in this. I think she's one creepy bitch. Okay. I'll see you next week for week 9. I do believe it's Halloween week. I have no idea what I'm going to pick. People, please give me suggestions. I don't know what to do for it. Bye!